Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Our double steel mill cableway complex with mines is finally done. See what else we can do. Hey guys. So it took about a little over 10 hours to get all of this built. So I wasn't recording for the last few days. I just made sure everything was working and things were looking pretty, and I figured I can show you what we have. So here's our city. Let me get our mouse back so we can actually see what's going on. Here's our city. That was the way we planned it. Right now, the heat exchangers tell me that I am within limits. I don't know why this one is taking 154% and this one is 77 and the other one is 77. Seems a little weird, but okay, we will survive that. That's fine. It should be all fine. So that's good. I did add everything that we needed. I added some piping here. It's still not pretty. I really wish we had the parallel mods, not mods, but the parallelism already enabled, but we don't. So that's okay. Here we are. All the cableways are in here. I actually think this looks in a way cool, but also in another way a little crazy, and everything is kind of just combobulated, and that is fine. And yeah, I'm very much appreciating how the night and day differences look, so I want to keep that on for a little bit, but I can't show you as much at night. But here we are morning again. All the cableway poles are in and everything's connected, and I mean, it looked like they will work. They really do, and that's all I really care about. You can see I added a couple of rail yards here. Why did I do that? Well, I connected all the rails, and I'll show you the end of this later. But these rails are going to go to a drop-off spot for coal, for actual coal, not for coal ore. And here's a pickup spot for also for coal. Why do I have those two in there? I just want to have the ability to add to it if I really have to, but if I don't, then that's fine too. But that's where we are, and I added a coal plant, the heat plant, or yeah, heating plant over here, and it's connected to the end of our coal production line, so I hope that will work. There's a buffer here. If I drop off coal into this, that we could at least drop off a full train load, and the train's not going to block everyone here. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'll have to talk to you about how the train yards that I built recently actually work, because they're not doing exactly what I wanted them to do. But there's our heating plant. This will have a dedicated drop-off, and then I have a couple bus stops just spread around. There's one here and there's one here. They can reach all. These are the coal plants and these are the iron plants. That's all nice. Everything over here is done. We actually have power up to the mines, and well, this little substation here does not go very far. So we still have to add a lot of power lines, and I'm going to do that today. But then we have the steel mills here. All of that is great. Last cableway poles are coming in. I just added a connection road here so the fire station can actually get to more places. But yeah, everything is connected. Everything is pretty much working. And I'm kind of excited how it all came together. I decided that I'm going to do the main line, the main rail line is going to go around this whole complex. So that's why we connected here with this rail yard. Nothing is signaled up. I'll do that later. But the main line is going around, and I'm not trying to jump too much, going around. And then I actually got done building this. This rail is connecting all the way to our initial setup. And I don't know if you want to believe me, but everything was built by this one construction office that's pretty well manned most of the time. So this is all working. I am kind of happy with that. There's a couple ships coming in again. And then we have this little area. What do we need here? No workers or mechanics. Yeah, that's fine. This little area, as I talked about before, is going to be where we drop off and pick up all our steel. This area right here is not going to stay this way. There will be an intersection, probably a cloverleaf. Why? Because, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to jump around too much. Let's turn this off. Because what I want to do, I need my mouse though, darn it. What I really want to do is have a shunter train going to this mill, to this steel mill, to this steel mill, and coming out here, dropping off all the steel into our 4,000 tons capacity stations, and then go back to the steel mill. Just make a circle. I could do that if I tried to make some type of circle in here. I was thinking about maybe just having the inside station or the outside stations doing this, but no, I want to have all the right. Sorry, here's the in. The in, the line on the right is just going straight and or in, and the line on the left or the rail on the left is going out. So there's going to be 3 ins because I have connected all the storages here as well, and that should work. It's just, that's how I want to do it. So if I have a shunter train going around here dropping off steel, I need a way for it to turn around. The easiest way to do that is a full clover leaf. Do we really need it? Probably not, but it will make my life easier if there is a way to turn around. Maybe a 3 intersection clover leaf is fine. I was fighting with this intersection right here. Do I want this guy to get its own intersection afterwards? But that would have meant there's a big intersection here and a big intersection right here. And history has shown me they don't work that well. So I'm hoping we'll just be fine. There is something to be said. The way I have it set up right now, trains that are coming here may block other trains. And I've been trying to think of that. There is a way that I could add a waiting yard right here, but honestly they don't work that well. I'll get to that later. But in the end, I just want to be able to pick up steel from here and bring it to wherever I need it, because I already have a distribution system for steel with other train that's at the other steel mill. Right now we just don't have enough steel to make it work. Once that system is back up and running and actually supplies enough steel for the whole Republic, I will probably turn this one into the next distribution center. And we'll just see how all that goes. But this is all working. Again, the steel mills are up and ready. I do want to make sure... Yeah, this one's not covering the last piece of steel. So what I'm planning on doing is add another small city, probably here, mostly for fire coverage in this area. That's really all I want. But then, well, there's more area over here. So we will expand, but this one took so long so far that, yeah, things just need to get ready. What else is there? Well, there's still a lot more rail to lay. I should probably put another rail construction office in this section or sector. I haven't yet, but, you know, we'll just move on with what we have. That one's done, that one's done. This one can't be reached. That's fine. Yep. But all of this is running, and I'm actually a little surprised of how well this all got constructed. I know 10 hours may seem like a long time, but if you have ever played a full hardcore mode workers and resources game, that is not very long for much construction. I could have optimized this, absolutely. I could have always assigned all 4 construction offices to one construction, and it would have gotten done a lot faster. The thing that I'm actually really happy about is I was able to walk away for like 6-7 hours at a time and came back and nothing was missing. Everything was still constructing and working, and I didn't actually lose any more buildings and fires. However, I did have, after every 2 hours, I had about 10 pages of notifications for fire on, fire off. So what I tried to do is just reduce the fire frequency to see if that makes a difference. Well, let me tell you, it didn't. Like, I just set it to normal instead of frequent. It didn't seem to make a difference for my Republic. There's too much going on already, so it's virtually the same. But yeah, everything's kind of working. Right now, this guy does not have power because I decided to add another power transformer right there. I should probably assign the construction offices to just those places so we get them done faster. But on the other hand, I rather just let these do whatever they want. Great. Let me show you the rest because we're just starting night. We have 2 trains here now that each have a capacity of 530. They are generally picking up everyone from here and bringing them over to the food industry. And that is working. I am a little surprised. I do like how this looks. Let's turn this on. Over there on the other side of the river, we have our chemical industry, and that is all working. And yeah, this is just nice. At some point, I will have just a drive-through. Just take a train, give it a bunch of waypoints, and drive through the whole Republic and make a video about that. Not yet, though. We're not done. So that's gonna happen eventually. Yeah, this is all working. There are no problems. Right now, these buses are still picking up and bringing to the construction zone that we were just at by the steel mills, but that will change soon. But over here, we are also producing. We actually have crops here, and obviously there's people here. There's a lot of alcohol. I'm not selling this, and I only bring it to one place right now over there in our tourist town, and they're not consuming that much. But we're here, food is full, everything is kind of full, and these food productions are working. I'm just using forklifts here, and they seem to do just fine with what we need. But yeah, we are producing a lot of food right now. Even though this crop production zone does not produce as much as I want it to. But we will survive. What's going on over here? Oh, I guess I can show you citizens. We've been stuck. Stuck is probably the wrong word. But we've been sitting around 70,000 workers, or population. It's not workers. Different. And people seem to be generally happy. I mean, looking at the stats, they're always happy. They now always have food, so I figured that out. And everything seems to be just fine, happy, and dandy. What else is going on? I did add an actual bus stop here, so all of these can now produce mechanical components whenever they can, because this is the real problem. We don't have enough steel here. This is the reason why I'm adding more steel trains or more steel production on the other side of the map. And I will bring it here, so I can drop it off for mechanical components, and then all the trains that are already here can pick up more steel. This steel mill is working fine. The problem is there is no good ratio for this. I'm either running out of coal or I'm running out of iron ore. They're never fully stocked. So that is the way it is, sadly. But that means there's always something missing in the steel mill, because the number of workers goes up to 400 sometimes, and that is great. This is still an issue. I need to fix that. What I want to do is, Jan, I don't want to say the wrong name, but he's currently watching around episode 30, and he was talking about this whole area is just not working, and he's right. I want to make a rail yard in this area. Actually, I have a thing that I can show you. In this whole area, just put a rail yard here, make this intersection a 4-way cloverleaf, and then have a 2 rail coming in and out, and just run here, and then remove this whole monstrosity, but give this food line probably a simple junction. It doesn't have to be a fancy no block junction. I think it's fine if we just do a regular one, because the biggest problem in this whole section is every train that goes to the customs house always has to wait here. And you see how far this guy had to go around to go to food? 3/4 of the circle. And most of the trains have to do that because they come from here, 3/4 around, go to the customs house, 3/4 around, go continue to wherever they want to go. And every time that happens, it just takes so much time, and eventually there are trains that are always blocked here. Sometimes there is a line that is 3 trains long in this direction and 3 trains long in this direction. It's just not working. I know I need to fix this, and I think I have an idea how I want to do that. It just means everyone has to go through this junction to get to the customs house, which I'm okay with. I think that is just fine, and this roundabout just has to leave. But to do that, I need to do a little preparation and actually figure out a couple things, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I think it will be fine. I am fighting up here to get construction officers to take the job. There's so many little things, and I am not a big fan anymore. Well, I've never been a big fan of doing this, but the other constructions are just not close enough to take these without me doing that. So I'm kind of in the mood or in a place where I just want to, and I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put one basic construction office somewhere here. Right here, yep. I don't want to take away too much of the forest area, so put that there, get that built. Once this is built, it's just going to be super basic. I'll assign all the different resources that it needs, and I can build that. I'm just tired of assigning that all the time. There's nothing new over here. These power plants are actually using or producing full throttle, which means the network that I currently have is pretty close to its max, and I can't wait for the new overlays where they actually show me how much power goes for these power lines already. But there are a lot of power lines on this side, and it's the two power plants are essentially producing power for this whole area. That's 3 relatively large cities. What else? Again, it's been over 10-12 hours since I recorded the last episode, and things were just not doing too hot. This area is surprisingly working well. We don't have as many teachers as I want, so let's see if we can fix that quick. That's the only problem. I'm kind of resisting putting a small modded university up here, mostly because it's supposed to be a small village. I would like smart people to just end up here from the overflow, but apparently it is just too far away from all the cities that we have, which makes sense. I think there needs to be a city right in this area, but then it doesn't mean... I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I think plus 21-year-olds only jump one city. Even if the city is connected to another city, they don't go to the next city, see, oh, there's no one here, and then go to the next city until they find a place where there are spaces for them. I don't think that's how it happens. What happens is you have a city, and from that city, they will go to any city that they can reach. Call it 2,000 kilometers. Sorry, call it 2,000 meters or 2 kilometers. It's somewhere in that range because that's a common distance for the game. But I think if it's longer than that, you need another university. So essentially, you need universities every other city that you want to go to. Which is fine. I was hoping I could get all my smart people from this university town because I have this big campus set up, but essentially I need this campus probably every other city or similar. So that is happening. Over here, we still don't have a lot of mechanical components, and I'm not bothered by that, but let me tell you, this ship already completed, and I'll show you where that is. The big tanker, biggest ship, I really want to see when it falls off here or when it's done. But it's not going to be done for a little while. So, yeah, I'll leave that. Currently, we're not getting a lot of engineers here, and that's a little sad. But I don't really have many ways to fix that, because there's just a train that always picks up engineers from here. But there's not always a lot of people here. What else? Ooh, first ship. This guy is importing crops. Brings it right here. And right now, I only have one train picking up crops from this, from a harbor, and the only job is to bring the crops out right to our food and alcohol production. Why did I say food so weird? Brings it out here, and it's working. The thing that isn't working, developers, please figure out a way to do this. I know they're not watching this, but it's not something that's new. I know, or someone told me, I think Ryan the Skinny, told me that the first thing trains look for when they find their new path is always go left. So, in this intersection, when they come in on the right, they will look, oh, is the right free? Is the left free? And if there's nobody waiting in this whole rail yard, then they will go in. It does not matter if there's a train already waiting here, waiting until unloaded, and it's not leaving. They just see, oh, my next signal's green. I'll just jump in here. And then they wait here until this train leaves, but this train doesn't leave until stuff gets picked up here. And if stuff doesn't get picked up here, nothing happens. So it's a deadlock. Well, someone may say, well, why don't you just use chain signals? Because if you have a chain signal here, put a chain signal here, and put a chain signal here, then they know if there's someone in here. Yes, that would technically work. Practically means rail yards are completely useless then, so I don't want to do that. Because they would only go into the section if all signals are green, but that means nobody would ever go into the rail yard unless there's nobody waiting in the warehouse, and that's not what I want. Same thing here. When the alcohol's waiting here, trains will go through the left signals here. So it would be nice if there is a way for the trains to figure out that if they're here, they look, I want to go to this warehouse. And they run through here, and they're like, oh wait, there's a train already on this path, so I don't want to go through there. Instead, let's go to the next one and look left again. Oh, there's a train already waiting here. Let's go to the next one. This would add a lot of computation for the game, but I do love how the game finds new paths every time, and I want to keep that. Maybe quick pause here. So all of these are red, but all of these are green, which means this one is green, which means a train would go in here. That's the real problem. So these rail yards aren't really working the way I want them to. What I had to do was give the train a waypoint that goes through the passenger stations, which is okay. I just would rather not have to make the route that static. I would rather just go from A to B, figure it out, get it done, and go home. But that's not how it works. Yeah, all of this. We don't have mechanical components, so we're not really producing anything, which means I don't even want to start exporting these cars. I don't have any extra vehicles or big vehicles to do anything with. But yeah, this is really what's been happening, and everything is kind of hinging on this steel mill setup to actually complete. Wow, I talked a lot here. I think this will be a half episode. All right, let's figure out how we're placing all our power subsystems here. Normally, I would tell you, hey, figure out your... Where is... Oh, there's one. You have power, right? Nope. I'm glad I'm looking. Oh, you don't have power either. Okay. I mean, we have to make sure that all our... Yeah, you have power from here. Good. Normally, I would say, figure out what your max drain is and make sure you stay below that. But honestly, in this area, most of these industrial pieces will not draw a lot of power. So... that bus station does not need power, but let's throw it in here. That means both of those coal plants and all the conveyors are covered, which the conveyors are important. The actual storage units are not as important. But place this one first. Let's go over here. This one needs to cover... Nope, those two are covered. I don't think this conveyor engine is covered. So let's build it in a way that we can cover that. That's fine. It even covers that unloading station on top of the screen. This is good. And now, let's see. This one I think is covered. Nope. This engine is not covered yet. So just make sure that when you place these guys, that you are aware of where you need the power. You don't need to double up any power, but sometimes that will help you too if you have high demand power places like the steel melts will be. You actually need to connect a normal high voltage wire to the steel melts. But this looks good, and that one goes up to there. I think throwing one just in the middle here that kind of covers everything should be pretty much what we want, and then we need a couple switches to connect to the steel melts. 11 megawatts of power a day. 11 megawatt hours of power a day. So you have to divide that by 60, I think, is what I read somewhere. Doesn't make sense to me. But 2 megawatts. So I think we can use the smallest high voltage wire for this, which is 4. Which someone pointed out when I put the first steel mill in, and they were completely right. I just, at that point, wasn't too worried about it. I think I'm just going to place one in the middle here, because I need the power lines to continue, and there's a lot of room here that we're currently not using. So let's get one of our mods. I would not use any of our mods. No. There's not a lot of mods that I don't want to live without, but this one is one of them. Absolutely. Let's place it here. That's good. And then, as we just said, we need some medium voltage. which we can use the actual switches for that. There's 2 right there. Where's a good place to do this? That's not gonna help. Sure. Put these 2 right in here. I want to put them a little further away because the high voltage wires that we're going to connect these with, I don't want them too super close to each other. But this should be fine. Come out here. Yeah, that looks reasonable. So have those 2 in there. This one can come out. Where is it? That's right there. Yeah, I'm trying to stretch these, but I don't want to stretch them to an amount that's just ridiculous. Like, by stretching, I mean, you could probably place this right here, but then the wires would be essentially on the road, or touching the road, and I don't want that. I'd rather do this. I could remove this extra one if I wanted to with the path trick, but I think this is fine. Get all those built. Get the low voltage wires in here. So our steel mills have the power that they need to do stuff. Come on. I just want you to look nice. There you go. There you go. And there you go. Great. I'm sure this wire is touching this conveyor line, but hey, it's a game in the end. So, great. This is all connected. These guys should be pretty close to done. You don't have... Yeah, you still don't have power because you're still not working on these wires. Which means you're not working on this. What are you working on? Let's see. You're working on a couple of substations in this area. That's good, because we need those, otherwise I don't want people here. There's a couple people already jumping from the city over there, which I guess I can use this as an opportunity to figure out how far that is away. Approximately. Aw, come on. Come on. For this. I guess I can just do, so this is 1,000. Good. This. That's 1,500. So, yeah. 20, maybe it's 3 kilometers that they can jump, approximately. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But, hey, now we know. Now we have a couple things figured out. All these things have to get done. Honestly, these work pretty well, the way I have them set up. The only thing that sometimes is a little funky, as you can see right now, we have a ton of workers. Well, not bad, because that means the fire station's always full, because I have the workers jump between these 2 places all the time. The only thing I'm almost considering is give myself bigger buses, so the construction actually gets completed a little faster, but we don't always need that. I think... Where's he going? Yeah, there. You don't have asphalt... Oh, I'm an idiot. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. I was wondering why stuff wasn't getting completed. Now I know. I don't have a choice anymore. I need to build these real quick. Because, and if you just understood what I was talking about, you already know. The asphalt plant over here could not produce asphalt. Because there was no power. You need power to produce asphalt. So that was a stupid mistake on my side. This should have already all been done, but it isn't because I made a mistake. That's okay. Happens all the time. Yeah, I wanted to have the connection just... I added another transformer here instead of just having this one, because I knew I wanted 4 power stations in the city. But I forgot about the thing that was already connected with this substation needed power also. So that is fine. I would love it if I could get this one fire protected without adding another town over there. Let's see. I think this has to play along. If we... Sure, why don't you... Okay. Oh, I did increase my frame rate a little bit by removing... or by... What did I do? There we go. Should work. by reducing the particles and the grass detail just a little bit, and that seems to help. I think when this road is done, that one is fire covered. So we don't need an extra city out here just for this. What I do want, though, is another construction office, because I can't build this without some, you know, trucks and stuff. Not trucks, excavators and bulldozers. So let's get this out here. And when it's done, I may even just transfer some of the vehicles that we have in these two stations already. Wonderful. What else do we need? I don't know. What do we need? That was a lot of talk and not a lot happening. So yeah, this is definitely a half episode. Things that I wanted. At some point I was talking about putting a harbor here for grain import. I still think that's not a bad idea. At some other point I talked about an airport here. Well, let's do that. I don't know if I'm going to buy... I will buy one airplane right away, once it's done. But what I actually want to do is import bauxite to our harbor and set up a bauxite production zone somewhere. Somewhere where I have room for more people. I would like... There's room for people here. There's room for another city here, but that's pretty close to what we have. This is all prime farmland. I may even flatten this whole mountain there. And see how that goes. I guess that could technically be a city right here. Oh gosh, that'd be funny. If we drop off the bauxite here and the train has to go all the way around the whole map to get to the bauxite production zone here. But honestly, I don't hate that. I could put a tunnel through here. That's going to take some time, but that's fine. But this city, let's see. How big do you have to be? No, let's build the airport first. Then we figure out the bauxite situation, and then we can start producing airplanes. I do have an airport tutorial where I talk about how you can build these, and maybe check that out if you haven't. But essentially, the planes that you can get have a certain length requirement of the runway. And I think in this case, I'll just make it as long as I can. About 1,000 is the Concorde, I think. And yeah, if you just start over the water, I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's leave that side open a little bit. Once you put a runway in, you need a bunch of different buildings to make it work. A control tower is required. And honestly, I don't know how far you reach. But let's put it over here so we can make it actually look like an airport. And we may even add a second runway. So let's make the terminal and all those buildings look out on this side. Maybe we even put a harbor here somewhere. Yeah, sure. Control tower there. Sounds good. And then airport terminal or cargo terminal should be pretty obvious what you want. I should probably add a fuel storage somewhere in this area so airplanes can actually fuel up. Don't put this too close to your runway. Maybe even put your runway as the last thing because of the next thing that I'm going to do. The airplane parking. The airplanes have to go out and you have to make sure that you actually highlight your terminal building. And then you can put it as close as you want. Here's probably fine. And then the size of these matters for what planes you actually can get there or buy. Airplane parking, 75 meters. This is the biggest one. We just placed 3 of the 50s. So I want one big plane coming through here, please. Yeah, that's good. That's excellent. And then we need the taxiway, obviously. I would say build a basic, and this is not science. This is not science at all. Build a basic connection on both sides for your runway. And then connect those to your hangars, essentially. Too steep, too sharp? No. Try again. And when you do that, you should usually be fine for anything that you may want to do. Yeah, we'll pull this out a little bit, and now you should just connect. Yep. There we go. Planes are actually not stupid, so they're pretty good at figuring out where they want to go. This is It's not a big town, but it's not a little town. This is the only airport. Let's make it 2 runways, just next to each other. Actually, no. Let's angle them just a little bit off each other. What's your... There you go. Nope, that's not gonna work. That's not... There we go. No, what? Can't delete. No, I want to. There we go. Try this again. You should be pretty straight. And the other one, maybe on this side of the mountain? Yeah. Just a little bit of a different angle to make the airport look a little more fun. And this one can be connected from here, but same thing. Just put a little taxiway around it so you can get to both sides. That will help your airplanes figure out where they actually want to go. Aw, come on. Aw, come on. Building on a mountain is still hard. Nothing has changed there. There we go. You come down there. You go kind of back it up a little bit. Yeah, this is not going to get completed today, but I don't see this taking very long simply because we already have the construction crew. Oh, the construction crew is pretty far away. Maybe they can't reach out here. Okay, this is all pretty much done. There's only a couple more things, details that we need to figure out or that we need to finish, which is actually pretty simple. First one, you need a place where you can actually store and purchase airplanes. You can't do that in a hangar. You have to do that on a separate parking spot. And actually, excavators doing stuff here? Yeah, they do. It's really slow. You actually have to do that on a parking spot, and if you want to store any airplanes, that's where you need them. And I believe if you are producing your own airplanes, you have to also send them out to a parking spot like this before you can put them in service. Great. There's one. Taxiway. Connect here. So this one is just for purchasing and for getting more planes. Maybe we can place another one in here. Nope. It's trying. Not trying very hard, but it is trying. Let's say that's not going to work. Out here, another one. Great. They don't have to be... Nope, not going to play along. That's fine. Honestly, one of these is enough. I think, actually... Can we put another triple right here? Yeah, if we raise this water a little bit, that should be fine. Come on, excavators, you can do it. There we go. I know it's not super parallel, but it's fine. Connect all these guys. And this should be fine. The one thing I will add is a way to get back for all planes. Come on. Come on. There you go. To get back to the beginning, that may help them a little bit with their pathfinding around the whole airport scenario. So, yeah. This looks pretty good to me. So, let's get that started. I wish there was a bigger trolley bus stop. Let's see what we have. I think I have a couple other stations. Platform station. Bus stop. There's a trolley bus and a train stop. We could... Technically, I could probably throw a tram in here that runs to the airport, and that would be nice, but nothing else is set up for it, which means I think that will just create more friction. So, what do we have here? Bus stop, bus stop, bus stop, bus stop, bus stop, bus stop. Tram stop, tram stop. Yeah, no. We're going to go with the regular trolley buses, because that's what we already have, and I don't want to add more friction this way. I think this is good. And I just connect the roads like we always do. That's not a trolley bus road, but on purpose. You can come out here, run by the water. I would like this to be a really nice connecting road, honestly. Let's see. Can you? Yes, you can. You can just fine. Good. People have to work here. Let's connect that as well. I think that's good for the roads. We obviously still need fuel. I honestly don't know what the storage capacity is for planes. I haven't played with them very much, so let's just do the big one. Why? Because we can. This terraforming tool has come so long, or so... From where it was to where it is now is pretty darn good. Connect that off of here. Nope. There we go. A little kinky. That's okay. Get that one in there. Then the last one, electric substation, because everything needs power. There's not going to be anything else going in here. That's good. Because we can high voltage, where is a connection that we can use? Closest one is there. What's this? Oh, that's a transformer station for the trolley buses. That's not going to help us. So, don't want to break my rules. Stay close to existing infrastructure and then branch off there if you have to. I do want to put something on that mountain when we're done. I still want to, like, a fake ski resort. I know we can't really have that, but here we go. You go in here. Apparently there's a max length for the medium voltage wires, which someone mentioned recently. I didn't think there was, but I'm probably wrong. That's fine. Learned something. You come out here. Yeah, I added a bunch of different distribution offices just because we have so much gravel and coal here that we could use that in all the new places on this side of the map. So I brought it out there. Oh, you can actually connect there. Beautiful. Let's just get in the wire jungle that we already have here and call that good. Excellent. Woo! I think this is all we need for a little airport setup. And again, if I want to put a harbor here, we could. I don't think we need to. I'm not sure there's anything else we need for an airport to run. Let's see. Airport. We have airport road connection. Is this, to be fair, I don't know what this is for. It was added later on. If it is for potential snow removal, that'd be cool. I think that'd be really great. If it is for anything else, I think that would be great too. But I just don't know. Let's assume it is for snow removal. So we'll put a snow removal guy right here. And then we connect this to the rest of the airport. Just like that. Great. It may also be for importing planes, but honestly, what planes can you import? Sorry, not import, but like build yourself and then bring them out here by truck? That doesn't work. Unless you bring it in pieces. Even the big airplane production facilities, like there's one up in Seattle that I visited once, they just built the plane and when it's done, they fly it out. And that's really how the game looks like it's trying to do it. So that makes total sense. How are we doing? Yeah. I think we are pretty much done. This may be the next spot for the next city. And since I already kind of decided that, let's get a road connection out there. Just a regular asphalt road will be fine. Can we go through here? Yes, we can. Go around this mountain. Yep. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, asphalt road does not take as long as road with lights, but it still takes a while that it's usually worth just doing ahead of time. So let's get this started before we call quits. Yes, I am trying to be close to the water just because it's cute. That's all. Again, I would like to have like a ride-along episode at some point with trains and maybe even with cars, and do that on normal speed instead of double speed because that helps your frame rate a little bit too. But not as much as I hoped. Not gonna lie. It's still a little wacky. I tried to record something not just a couple days ago. Oh yeah, please work. Please work. I know there's rock. Rock is hard to work on, I'm aware. Try to work with the rock, please. Okay. I will finish up this road real quick. Oh, there it is. And again, we will build another city for bauxite. And then I actually got to map out how many people that is. And maybe have the airplane production right next to it. Maybe that requires another city before we can do that. But this is the spot for the new city. Another beachfront, because it's cute. This will be the spot for the bauxite mines. Let's see. Can't be that hard to figure out. Bauxite mine. You take... We don't have a bauxite mine. We just have a bauxite processing plant. 25 people. Because we're going to import bauxite by ship. That's the plan. 25 people. That's cute. And then airplane production is probably in engineering. Airplane production line is 500 people. Yeah, this feels like a one city kind of deal. Anything else we need? Metallurgy, aluminum. There we go. So bauxite processing plant 25, 370 for alumina plant, 350. So that is 700. Yeah, 700 times 3 is 2100 for one setup. But how many do we need? We have 33. It needs coal and bauxite. That's fine. We have coal nearby. You need 52 tons of alumina oxide. This one creates 33. Trying to map out. I actually haven't looked at this, and I probably should have done some research, but 2 of these plants can run 1 aluminum plant. So this is 370, so call it 800. That's 2400 now for the alumina plant, plus another 1100 for aluminum plant, so 3500, plus if I want to do the airplane production here too, that's another 1500, so 4500. Yeah, that's doable. I've done a lot of cities like that, so maybe it's just a one city deal if we can fit everything in this area. Wonderful. That is all I had to share today. Again, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you like it. Like if you like it. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.